Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for that introduction. Do you recognize that every single one of you here today actually looks different, engages different? There is a level of uniqueness amongst every single one of you here today. But the question that you've got to ask yourself is whether you utilize your uniqueness in terms of leveraging against building what I call your personal brand. So, what is your personal brand? Personal branding is about perception. How do others perceive you as an individual? It's not what you think about yourself. Because remember, we all think we're great. But the reality is that we have to actually understand what the perception is about you out there as an individual. If you lived in an island and you walked around completely stark naked, neglected your personal hygiene, would it matter? Probably not. But we live in a society where we are constantly being scrutinized every single day, every minute, and every second. An amazing story happened in 2003, where the Iranian twins decided that they no longer wanted to be co-joined at the head. They decided to embark on one of the most dangerous journeys of trying to separate themselves, simply because they believed in what they called their individuality. They were well aware of the risks. They knew that it could end badly. But prior to signing this indemnity form, they made one of the most profound statements I've ever come across. I would much rather die as individuals than live without an identity. Donald Trump quite rightly stated that I wasn't satisfied just to earn a good living. I was looking to make a statement. I ask people on a daily basis, who are you? And the standard and stock answer that I get is, I am X, I work for Y, and I live at Z. Who you are has got nothing to do with your geographical representation. It's the legacy that you want to leave when you're no longer around. If you think about Mahatma Gandhi, he represented humanity well after his tenure. But he did not say to the people around him that I want to be a humanitarian. American author Tom Peters quite rightly stated that you're every bit as much a brand as Nike, Coke, Pepsi, or The Body Shop. So to start thinking like your own favorite brand manager, you need to ask yourselves the questions that the brand managers at Nike, Coke, Pepsi, and The Body Shop ask themselves. What is it that my product or service does that makes it different? What makes you stand up, head above shoulders, above any individual that's here today? And what makes you create a brand that's authentic and that is one that will always be remembered? One of my personal favorites, and he was mentioned earlier on, Adrian Gore. I thought I'd test his brand while I was in New York a couple of months back. So I got into a cab and I asked the taxi driver, did you actually hear of Vitality? And she responded saying, yes, it's the concept Adrian Gore developed. It sent shivers down my spine, apart from the fact that I represent Discovery, but the fact that he had built such an amazing brand locally and internationally. The lessons taken out of Adrian is the fact that he's an authentic leader. Apart from the fact that he lives his values in business, he also lives it on a personal level. So a big part of personal branding is ensuring that your personal life and your professional life are not mutually exclusive. Because if you think they are, you're quite naive. Coco Chanel quite rightly said, in order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. We are all born as first-class originals. Why die as a second-grade copy? So the question to all of you here today is, what brand do you aspire to? If you do have a brand, are you living it? Because branding is not about thinking of it today and forgetting about it tomorrow. It's the legacy that you live today and you want to leave for your kids going forward. So some branding tips. A big part of branding, as I said to you early on, is about being authentic and it's about being relevant. But there's a package that you can put together. The first and the most important one, learn to be comfortable with promoting yourself. There's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. People don't like arrogance. They love confidence. And also, you don't want to be the world's best kept secret. Strive to portray yourself in the best possible way. Coco Chanel said, dress shabbily and they remember the dress, dress impeccably and they remember the woman. Thank you.